Hi again, it's Rachel here. This is for the second day, the second sleep tip that'll help you get your baby sleeping well through the night. Today we're going to talk about sleep associations and sleep props. What's a sleep association? Well, I'm glad you asked. A sleep association is something that your baby associates with sleep. So this could be a pacifier, a white noise, a swaddle, a cuddle, a rocking chair, turning out the lights, books, songs, anything. The key is a sleep association is something that you do that signals your baby it's time to sleep, and then you put them off to sleep so that they go to sleep on their own. A sleep association might be many different things to many different families, but it is a positive thing and it helps your baby wind down. Remember, we talked about winding down yesterday. It helps your baby wind down and get ready for sleep so that they are able to then go to sleep on their own. Now, on the other hand, a sleep prop is something that your baby needs to get to sleep that they're not in control of. Sleep prop is something that, for example, if they transition between active and passive sleep and they wake up, now they need you to come help them because they can't get to sleep on their own because they need something from you. That thing that they need from you is a sleep prop. Now, this could be many different things. It could be nursing to sleep, lying in bed with you to go to sleep, twisting your hair, sweet, but not 15 times in the middle of the night. It can be giving back the pacifier or having a bottle, or it could be rocking, sitting up with you in a chair. It could be anything. Now remember, I want to say this too before any feathers are ruffled. Something's only a problem if it's a problem for you. You might have rocked them to sleep or nursed them to sleep many, many times a night for many months, but now it's becoming clear your baby's overtired and you're overtired and you need to sleep and your baby needs to learn how to sleep. That doesn't mean what you've done is wrong. It just means it's time for a change, okay? So remember, a sleep prop is something that they need from you. So the key to teaching your baby to sleep on their own is removing sleep props and replacing them with sleep associations. They roll over when they transition from that deep sleep to light sleep, and they kind of wake up a little bit and stir, that they actually just keep on rolling and go back to sleep on their own. This is because they didn't need you to come and they were able to just go back to sleep. Now, often people will say they know if their baby woke up and they cried and they wanted to comfort them and say nursing was the way they knew how to comfort them. And of course, it's great to comfort our babies. That's what we want to. It's what mothers are supposed to do, right? But I want you to remember when you're trying to teach your baby this and you start feeling these feelings of guilt, false guilt, remember, comfort for a hungry baby is food. Comfort for a tired baby is sleep. If your baby's tired, then comforting them by giving them food might still bring them some comfort, but it wasn't why they were fussy in the first place. If I come home and tell my husband, I am so exhausted, honestly, I just need to take a nap, and he goes and buys me a cheeseburger, I mean, I still might eat the cheeseburger. It's my favorite type of food, right? But that was not the comfort I was looking for. I really would just want him to say, I'll watch the kids go take a nap. So I know that's a dumb example, but don't feel guilty if you want to say, I'm no longer going to nurse my baby to sleep. I'm going to hold them to let them know I'm here, but I'm going to break the nursing at night habit, okay? This is okay to do that. You're still going to bring comfort to your baby. You're still present. You're still loving. Everything all day long, you're with your baby cuddling, whatever, okay? But at nighttime, you might need to break some habits that have become negative habits. So there are many different ways to take out sleep props and replace them with sleep associations. Now, one, of course, is to make a good routine, a good wind down routine like we talked about yesterday, where they learn their body starts to associate sleep. You get them drowsy, put them in the crib to go to sleep on their own. Honestly, this is the biggest key, because if your child is used to laying in the bed a bit drowsy but awake and then going to sleep, that's what they will continue to do throughout the night. Again, we comfort hungry baby by feeding them. But if you're confused as to whether they're just waking up and wanting to nurse or waking up and actually hungry, then notice this. When they wake up crying at night and you feed them, do they just feed for a minute or two and then conk back out? Or do they take a full feed and act very hungry? If they're waking up multiple times a night, but they're not actually feeding that much, they're probably not hungry. They probably just want that sleep prop to get them back to sleep. They needed you to help get them back to sleep. So of course, no mother's gonna be like, well, I don't care if they're hungry, they'll just suck it up and deal with it. Of course not. So the way that you can begin to replace that sleep prop while being sure they've had enough to eat is to give them more food in the day. If they need 10 cups in a 24-hour period, this is just a random number to make it easy, but if they needed 10 cups and you were giving 5 in the day and 5 at night, you just want to work towards giving them all 10 during the day. So you just start offering them more solids, offering them more milk throughout the day, or juice, or whatever it is that you're giving the baby. Even water, my midwife suggested to us when it was in the hot summer months after the baby was 7 or 8 months old. Whatever it is, start to increase that amount during the day so that if they wake at night, you know it's not from hunger and you're more confident. So, for example, a sleep prop replacing a nursing to sleep. A baby who wants to nurse to sleep multiple times in the night, maybe you would send in your spouse to hold the baby, okay? So they're still receiving comfort, but there are a number of ways to wean from nursing at night. You can give them more during the day. As I said, feed them a little bit, but not as much as you used to. Gradually, you could give them the pacifier. You could have your spouse go in and hold them. You could pat them, shush them, rock them, whatever it is. But what you're wanting to do is stop the sleep prop, stop what they need from you, okay, and teach them to go to sleep on their own. We'll begin to transition through their active and passive sleep cycles on their own. They will do it. And why is that? Because when they're tired, they want to sleep. So be encouraged. It might be a journey to get them to drop some sleep props, but you can do it. And it all depends on what exactly it is that your baby needs. I have a lot more information about specific sleep props and how to replace them with sleep associations or how to break those bad habits in my full course. But I hope today's lesson and tip has given you food for thought, has helped you get your mind working and thinking, what does the baby need from me? How can I change this? This is a key to helping your baby sleep through the night without you, without waking up. And I want to encourage you, it is possible. My kids are 4, 3, 2, and 1, and 90% of the nights, none of them make a peep all night. Not one. Now, if one of them's sick or teething or has a nightmare, of course that's different, and you can't count for those things, right? But because of those things, because you know those things are going to happen, that's exactly why it's so important that they can sleep well the rest of the time. And so I just want to encourage you that it is possible, even if you think your baby is never going to do it, you just have to put in those good habits. So tomorrow I'm going to talk about one more key thing that will help your baby want to embrace sleep, want to go to sleep instead of fighting sleep. So stay tuned for tomorrow for my last tip.